Last thing we'll take a look at is using or trying to solve for a word problem using quadratics. And so in this particular instance, it tells us that the path of a soccer ball can be modeled by the equation h is equal to negative 0.1 d squared plus 0.5 times d plus 0.6, where h is the ball's height and d is the horizontal distance from the kicker. So one thing to be aware of is that this equation is actually written in standard form. So ax squared plus bx plus c. Okay, so one of the things that we need to do is we need to actually factor this into factored form so that we can figure out the zeros. So if we're going to do that, we've got h is equal to negative 0.1 d squared plus 0.5 d plus 0.6. So because in this instance the a value is not positive 1, we have to divide everything by the a value. And here the a value is negative 0.1. And so that also has to come down. It doesn't get lost. So when we divide everything by negative 0.1, we're left with d squared plus 5d plus 6. And now we have to factor this. So if we factor it, we're looking for two numbers that multiply to 6 and that add to positive 5, 1, and 6. Oh, I'm sorry. This should be negative 5d and negative 6. So we're looking for two numbers that multiply here. So 1 times negative 6 will give us negative 6, and 1 plus negative 6 gives us negative 5. So the factors that we're looking for are positive 1 and negative 6. So in factored form, h is going to equal negative 0.1 times d plus 1 and d minus 6. So we've gone from standard form down into factored form. Okay, and so based on the factored form of the equation, we can figure out our zeros. And so our zeros are actually 1 and positive 6. Okay, now what do the zeros represent in this particular context? Well, the zeros are for D, and D represents the distance from the kicker. Okay, so this is saying that one of the distances is negative 1, and the other distance is positive 6 meters. Well, the person is not going to kick the ball, and so they're not going to kick the ball backwards and have the ball land behind them. They're kicking the ball forwards. So in this case, the zeros represent when the ball hits the ground. Okay, and so in this instance, the only answer here that really makes sense is positive 6 meters, because you're not going to kick a ball backwards 1 meter. Okay, so that is our review for your unit test. Good luck.